But then I watched The Invisible Man, the original one. I had not seen... Maybe I had never seen it all the way through. One of those things that would be on when like a Mets game would get rained out. Put The Invisible Man on Channel 9. So I'm watching this thing. First of all, it's an hour and 10 minutes long. I think most movies should maybe be that long. I would have no problem if they just backed it up to where movies... Yeah, this movie is 72 minutes long. Because that's all it needs to be. You imagine how long The Invisible Man would be now? 2 hours and 40 minutes. I gotta watch this dude for a half hour pouring liquids into test tubes. Now this thing just started off. He's invisible. Starts right off. And that guy in it, Claude Rains, plays the Invisible Man. Claude Rains. That has to be he's like the worst actor on earth, right? This guy? He was big for old movies. Like even by old movie standards, where these guys thought they were in plays, I think. He was big. He was big by their standard. Like, back then, guys would have been like Laurel and Hardy would have been like, telling this dude to back it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, the Bowery Boys would be like, you know who can't act? Hunts Hall would have been like, this guy's too big. He's too big. Or the Cowardly Lion. Who played the Cowardly Lion? That guy. Because this guy, everything was like this. Look, you fool. Here, let's check out some of his act. I want to hear some of his acting. What's that? The Wolfman? Claude Rains? I'll watch him as the Wolfman. I'll tell you one thing. He was not invisible in this. You couldn't see him. He made up for him being invisible by being super loud. Let's see if we can bring this up. Can we hear this? Can we hear the Invisible Man? Let's see. Where do we want to go here? 2, 4, 6, 8. It's going to play now? There it is.
This is the national station broadcasting this evening's news.
Some dude sitting in his house. We just saw a door open from the Invisible Man. It's coming in the room.
Remarkable story from Country Village. Police and doctors are investigating an astonishing story told this afternoon by the people of the village of Iping. It appears that a mysterious disease has broken out, infecting a large number of the inhabitants. It takes the form of a delusion that an invisible man is living among them.
Who's doing the thing on this? John Cal? Sounds like I'm listening to The Gift. It'll be like this.
Remarkable story from the police and doctors are investigating an astonishing story told this afternoon by the people of the village of Iping. It appears that a mysterious disease has broken out, infecting a large number of the inhabitants.
Okay, now he's smoking his pipe.
It takes the form of a delusion that an invisible man is living among them. Several people have been seriously injured, probably through fighting among themselves and their belief that their opponent is an invisible man. The whole village is in a state of panic, and everyone deserves the fate that's coming to them. Panic, death, things worse than death.
Panic, death, things worse than death. Like, this is him. This is the smallest thing he's done in the whole movie. He's already that big. Panic, death, things worse than death.
Don't be afraid, Kemp. It's me, Griffin. Jack Griffin. How are you, my friend? I'm frozen with cold. Dead tired. Thank God for a fire.
Ooh, a chair just slid across the floor. How'd they do that?
Sit down, you fool. Let's have a decent...
Sit down, you fool. Let's have a discussion. And the thing with this movie, it was truly funny watching actors pretend to get beat up by the Invisible Man. That's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Because then they're pretending, and then you just hear this guy talking. Perhaps I'll throttle you. Yes, I'm going to choke you now. And then they're just like, like rolling around, the proportions completely off for what it would be like if somebody was actually attacking them. Look, I know, yeah, it's easy to make fun of something from 80 years ago. You know what? It was funny. They knew this was funny when they're trying to catch the Invisible Man and it's just a line of cops swinging billy clubs just going through a field. Are you just hoping you're going to hit him? I just hit something.
Fire.
Always putting a log on the fire.
You hear me? Sit down. Unless you want me to knock your brains out.
Unless you want me to knock your brains out. I get it. Why can't I get a gig like this? Do the Invisible Man voice in a movie. Right? Maybe I'll do like the Invisible Hipster. Shooter in Williamsburg. Right? If you'll excuse me, I'm going to take this Vampire Weekend album. It's mine. I want the new album. And it like floats. It floats across the store. You just see like, it's like a Grimes record floating through the air. Yes, that's it. Well, yes, exactly. There'd be a kickball game going on in the park. And then all of a sudden the kickball would start to move around. And what? What's going on? You fools! You don't know what's going on with your kickball game. Look at you idiots. Wondering what's going on with your kickball? Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to the turkey's nest. Watch your beer float across the room. They'd be at the turkey's nest watching a beer. I'm going to the jukebox, the electronic jukebox, and I'm going to pick the worst song you've ever heard. Revolution number 9. I'm going to play it 6 times in a row. The Invisible Hipster. Maybe I should do that. Can I get funding on that? I should go to Kickstarter right now. That Zach Barf, what's it, Zach Barf? Is that his name? Braff, not Barf. Braff. He's doing a movie on Kickstarter. And look, everybody's so mad at this guy. And why is Zach Braff doing a thing? Look, just don't pay for it. You weren't going to see it anyway. Look, do I hate it? Yeah, of course I hate it. It's him, Zach Braff. Clogging up the system one more time. He does it. Yeah, you know, I want to be able to put the right people in the movie. Okay. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't be in it. I want the right people in it, too. Can we recast the lead? I want final cut in this thing. I want final cut of the movie. Oh, boy. This guy's fighting for final cut. Oh, look, now I'm just trying to make the Invisible Hipster. Look, you fools. I'm the king of Brooklyn. Look, your kickball. Floating through the air. Where else would he go? Food trucks. Stuff flying out of food trucks. Right? Your Korean tacos. Yeah, all of a sudden, the Shank. Get the Invisible Hipster over at the Shank. The human carpet has no idea what's going on. Giorgio, the human carpet. Look, your PBR is flying through the air. It's magic. It's magic, Pabst Blue Ribbon. There's nothing you can do to stop me. I am the Invisible Hipster. Get out of the carpet. Get out. Human carpet.
Sit down!
Sit down!
I want you to listen carefully, Kemp. I've been through hell today. I want food and sleep. But before we sleep, there's work to do. May I have a cigarette?
This might be the easiest gig in the world. You just show up and you sit there. You're talking to a microphone while guys are sliding chairs and things around on strings. Do you mind if I sit down? Then the guy slides. Do you mind if I have a cigarette? Cigarette flies through the air.
You always were a dirty little card, Kemp. You're frightened out of your wits, aren't you? Oh, it's no good talking like this. Have you got a good long surgical bandage? Good. And a pair of dark glasses? Right. Go and get them. At once. Let me have a dressing gown, and pajamas, and a pair of gloves. You'll feel better if you can see me, won't you?
A lot of value in sliding chairs in these movies. We'll get some sliding stuff in Invisible Hipster. What do we do? Slide bar stools, right? Albums flying across the thing. Jean shorts. Converse sneakers. This is what I want you to get me. Get me a pair of jean shorts. Some Converse sneakers with long 70s tube socks. A Kenyon Martin jersey from when he played for the Nets. A t-shirt that says Hawaii on it. Get me one of those Dare shirts. I want gloves. A Dare shirt that I can wear. A Kenyon Martin Nets jersey. I love those guys. I'm teasing all you guys because I love ya.